What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Bruja Africana, coming to y'all with another tarot reading. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and mash that like button for me. And please don't forget to hit the bell so that you can get the notifications of me uploading my videos, okay? So you know what? A couple days ago, I started doing these voiced over readings, these AI readings. And I just was doing them just to, test the waters. And the girls came back and the girls were like, no ma'am, no ma'am, we don't like. Y'all sounding like my 2-year-old grandson. Me no like. Y'all was commenting on the AI lady's voice and shit. And I know if she was a real person, girl, if she came in the comments and the folks was like, we prefer your voice over that AI, she'd have been in shambles, honey. So I say, oh Lord, let me make sure I go back to my regular voice. But shout out to you if you think that my voice is nice and you wanted to hear my voice instead of that AI. I appreciate you and welcome you to my channel. If you are just now tuning in, welcome, baby. You'll get used to the way we give it up over here. I advise you all to go ahead and light your blunt. Go ahead and get you some snacks. Do whatever you're going to do real quick. I'm going to pause this for like 10 seconds or so, because I'm going to be chatting a little bit before the reading gets started anyway. And for you impatient ass bitches, girl, just fast forward until you hear me start talking about where the reading started, because I don't fucking know where it's going to start at. It's going to start after I stop talking shit. How about that, bitch? Anyway, I'm just playing. I got to let y'all know I'm just playing, because hoes be reporting my videos for bullying and shit. And I mean, bitch, if you don't fucking straighten up your bra straps, when you come over here, you're going to hear the mess, honey. I've told you all before, I am from St. Louis, Missouri, and St. Louis people are champion shit talkers, honey. If you don't like the shit talking, and especially you bitches, you prude bitches that don't like the cussing, girl, get off my channel. Go and watch the church channels. Go and sing Victory Is Mine elsewhere, honey. Because over here we gonna be cussing and doing some sinning too, okay? And if this ain't your demographic, I advise you to go and get out the way, sis, because I am not curtailing anything for you, okay? Now, I won't do the AI voices that often, because my kinfolk, my real skin folk don't like it. But you bitches that just drop through and fall through, girl, hold your comments until you've been subscribed a little bit longer so you can see how I fuck around and see how I give it up. Alright, bitch? Now, for the rest of y'all, welcome. Please stick around, because you're going to like this reading. You're going to like all of my damn readings. I'm going to remind you of either that auntie that cuts up. I'm going to remind you of your big sister or your cousin or your home girl that you ain't seen in a while. That's who I'm going to remind you of. That's what I give, honey. I'm everybody's home girl. One of my little subscribers called me the Empress of Real Shit. I kind of like that nickname. I might go with that. But what I know one thing is true. You're going to enjoy my reading. And so now that I've talked y'all head off enough, let me go ahead and get on into this reading. Especially for you motherfucking tennis ball head ass bitches that can't wait, that just came here to try to hear some mean shit or some negative shit. You ain't going to get it. Who are we talking about? We are talking about one of my favorite Leo and Sagittarius parents, y'all. We are talking about Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London. And to the subscriber that suggested this, baby, you don't even understand how fast these cards start sliding out of my hand. See, I was shuffling my cards anyway while I was reading my comments. And when I read your comment, you said, can you do Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London and find out if it was for entertainment or if it was real? Baby, you should have seen how fast these cards start hopping out of my goddamn hands. So apparently Nipsey wants to give us a word. Not only does he want to give us a word, he wants to give our good sad sis Lauren London a word. And I kind of figured this anyway, because I was noticing some things. Even when she would show up on TV, she's still very much so mourning. But we're going to get off into that in the reading. We're getting ready to get started right now. So, bitch, if you need to fast forward just a little bit more, go ahead, stupid. You're going to miss something paramount, I guarantee you, because I'm going to start talking real fast and your dumb ass going to miss it. Anyway. Our good Leo brother, shout out Team Leo. Our season is coming, honey. get your nails done, get your hair coiffed, baby, because the royal court is coming, okay? Understand that. Shout out Geminis, y'all, my favorite, aside from Leos. But you know what? We us Leos gonna motherfucking fluff our hair and get our mane together, honey. We gonna get ready for our season. But since we talking about our good Leo brother, I was just going to, give us a little razzle dazzle. That's it. Give us a little sprinkle. Don't worry about that, though. If you press about that, don't worry about it. You ain't going to never say it to me, no way. You might type it in the comments, but if you see me in person, your ass ain't going to say that. But don't even worry about that. But anyway, let's talk about our good Leo brother, Nipsey. August 15th, born Leo King. If you don't like Nipsey, that's cool. If you don't fuck with Lauren, that's cool. If you came here to try to shit on Lauren for Nipsey's baby mama, baby, your comment ain't gonna never see the light of day, okay? And for y'all that's gonna come here and try to just be antagonistic and just say some dumb shit in the comments, baby, even if you say it from behind a fake page, if you create you a little pseudo page just so you can talk shit, I am still going to be able to curse you, okay? I'm still going to be able to hex you. I'm still going to be able to throw that voodoo on you, baby, okay? Why? Because your energy caused them motherfucking look at me acting like Dr. Umar Johnson repeating shit 3 fucking times. That's just Leo shit, baby. We do that. We like to be heard. But your energy motherfucking caused your fingers to extend and type the letters to put that name on that page and to select the profile picture if you do. So understand your energy is what I pull, baby. I don't need to know your name. So if you're getting these comments and cut up, baby, I'm going to show you what witch work look like, okay? Anyway, our good brother Nipsey. Our good brother born on August 15th, Nipsey. I think Nipsey might have been 40 years old this year. Anybody that has ever lost a sibling, first of all, condolences to you. I lost my brother 22 years ago. Whenever 2002 was, March 3rd, 2002, my brother was murdered. He was 19 years old. And I understand the space that Lauren is in. Not like there was a romantic connection to me and my brother and no shit like that. I'm not insinuating that. But what I'm saying is, when you lose a sibling or you lose someone that close to you, it changes you. And it puts you in a space of maybe a darker element, if you will. Not necessarily that Lauren is wilding out, because she's not. She's doing the exact opposite. And we're going to get to that in her section. But let's talk about Nipsey. Like I said, if you had anybody that close to you that was murdered, it does change you. Nipsey knows that. The optimism card is nothing more than a sun card being represented, and that is Leo, very much so Leo energy. Nipsey is at a space of peace in his death, y'all. I know that a lot of people who practice voodoo, hoodoo, whatever you practice, your practice is. A lot of people feel like when a person is murdered, they never find peace in their death or in the afterlife. But this is the opposite for Nipsey. Nipsey is at peace. Most of the time, murdered spirits are not at peace, but those that are evolved while they are human or in their human shell, on that other side, they reach that state of evolution that they were not reaching for or grasping for. Let's use the word reaching for, or the term, or the phrase, reaching for. Just so y'all know, this is going to be a long reading. I'm not going to rush through this reading. I'm not going to rush through it because Nipsey has some things to say, and I'm going to do other parts to this reading. I always say that to y'all, don't I? And I always deliver that. So just stick your bald-headed ass around, okay? Anyway, Nipsey, he's at peace. He's reached that space that he was reaching for while he was human, while he was in his human shell. This is the part about it that lets me know that I'm not that grown spiritually, and that I still have a lot of growing to do, and I welcome that growing. Nipsey has forgiven Eric Holder. We as fans, us as, or those of you who grew up with him, those of you who knew him personally, it is y'all that are holding on to it. And while he's not asking y'all to forgive him, What he is asking y'all to do is have faith in the fact that his death has taught or will teach lessons. Okay, I know that. Look, let me cook and let me hear spirit speak to me. Okay, if you get something different, then fine. You go ahead, write it in the comments, whatever. But my cards indicate that Nipsey is at peace, and he specifically has forgiven Eric Holder for what he did to him. It's a space of he didn't know what he knew not what he did. You know, I don't know how to quote the Bible right, even though my daddy is a fucking elder. That doesn't mean that I would be able to quote it back and forth the way he would. But he's forgiven Eric Holder. I can't add enough to that or add more to it. And he's not asking us to forgive him. This is what I'm saying. His faith in whatever God he served or wherever his home is. I'm just going to say it's in Orun because Nipsey was African. He was Etrian. So I know that he is Orisha connected somewhere in that. He gives Orunmila energy to me, or Orunmila, however you pronounce his name in your dialect. I say Orunmila. But anyway, I feel like he has moved on from his death. He, like Prince, felt like, yeah, it was fucked up, but it was what it was. And he's not the only one. I mean, we're not the only ones that are still holding on to his death and possibly cussing Eric Holder out every time we think about the shit that he did, because the shit was fucked up, nigga. You a bitch ass nigga for doing that shit. Forever in a day, you a bitch ass nigga. In your next life, you gonna be a bitch ass bitch. You're going to be a fuck bitch in the next life. You just come from fucked up seed and fucked up stock, and no matter what form he comes back in, whenever he dies, I didn't say Eric Holder was dead, but whenever he dies, he's going to come back as a fucked up bitch. He's just a fucked up spirit. He's a motherfucking Ajogun. He is born to be a miserable person. That's why he's rotting the fuck in jail right now. But even with me saying that, you know, like I said, Nipsey's forgiving the nigga. And he say this nigga just trying to survive. The nigga did what, or he was just trying to survive is what he's saying. He's saying like the nigga did what his environment, what he was taught by his environment. I don't know enough about the area of Slauson that they were on, or where their hood, but there are some things that maybe is going on that he is pointing to it being not the only person that's like that is from wherever they were from. And in his forgiveness, he acknowledges that Eric Holder is a victim of his environment. And again, Nipsey is not asking us to motherfucking forgive him. He's also pointing out that, you know, the nigga believes that Nipsey is haunting him every fucking night. Every time he closes his eyes, he can't go to sleep without seeing this man's face. He's seeing Ermias every time he closes his motherfucking eyes. But that ain't Nip. Like I said, Nip at peace. Nip done moved on from that. He has no desire nor no reason to haunt anybody. It's almost, if you're a Christian, put it like this, that means that Nipsey went to heaven. Nipsey has freedom now. He is free to move and go as he chooses. When he decides that he wants to come visit, he comes visit. He comes and visits often. So those of you who are close to Nipsey, if you feel like you see him, you feel like you can feel his spirit around you, and to those of you who feel like you can smell him, you are, okay? If you knew what type of cologne he wore, you knew that what type of weed what weed strain he liked, and you smelling that same weed strain, that's him showing up around you, okay? Because he visits very often. He very much so loves the city of LA. He is not bitter at all, okay? But he is optimistic about the growth of the city. And although it's fucked up, the niggas done tagged up his motherfucking murals and tore shit down, and then got to the point that y'all can tag the shit up so much the cowboy done had to paint over the shit. he's still at peace, and he wants y'all to know that he loves y'all very much. He is not hunting anybody. That is not his spirit. That was not of his spirit. He ain't in ghost form hawking niggas down. He walking around seeing what's going to change in his city. Shaking his head a little bit, but he is at peace, y'all, okay? He knew that being a part of that gang life, eventually something was going to happen. And I'm going to get into that in Lauren's part of the reading so y'all can see what I'm saying. Well, no, not even before Lauren's part of the reading. Let me get into that now. Nipsey knew that he was going to die. He was aware that being a part of gang life could have brought death. And even though he became famous, he knew that there was still that element of being a regular Crip. What was his name? Nip the Crip. He was still Nip the Crip to some people. He knew that, like, the man was smart. He was very cognizant of, although, yes, I got all this bread, this fame now, I'm still regular old Ermias. He was still very much down to earth. He knew that them still in politics for the streets out here in LA still stood regardless. That said, that's why he knew that one day he was going to meet his end. Sorry, y'all, I had to take a drink. I'm talking about spirits who I've worked with a Ouija or not spirits, people who have passed on and their ancestor now. You work with a Ouija, or I work with a Ouija and pull their spirits and their energy. It drains you, makes your mouth dry. So forgive me if you hear me drinking water. Anyway, and I did warn y'all that this was going to be a long read, so I'm not going to apologize for the length of this. If you don't like it, baby, just go and cut your punk ass out here with your motherfucking Herman the Monster head having ass. Bye, bitch. Bye. Bye. Don't you got to go stalk your nigga page? What you still doing here if you want me to hurry up and get to what I'm saying? Fuck on, bitch. Anyway, Nipsey knew he was going to die. But even though... Let me go back. He knew that he was going to die because he was a gang member. I don't know how to explain that energy. It was a thing of he didn't see himself living beyond 33 anyway. Now, and of course he had made it out of that lifestyle, but it was something that he specifically knew to himself, and he was going to be as much of a light as he could while he was here. He redid a lot of things that he may have made mistakes. He corrected a lot of mistakes. He started being a different person. Shit. Even in his dating life. Yeah, he did his thing, but he loved Lauren. But we gonna get to that. Let's finish telling y'all about Eric Holder, though, because you know the backstory. You know, this snake ass, bitch ass nigga. This nigga that was supposed to be his, I don't know what he was supposed to be. You know, it's bitch assness within the gang anyway, okay? Niggas that you think is your brothers, your bitches, you think your sister, you think y'all bound by whatever the fuck. Bound by the stripes y'all got, bound by the shit y'all done did, the licks y'all done hit, the motherfucking dirt y'all done did. And these motherfuckers be the grimiest motherfuckers. This Eric Holder, bitch ass nigga, who had an ego in the first place. He was jealous of Nipsey. Jealous of him, man. The nigga was a little bit on drugs, too. Not even a little bit, a lot, okay? Nigga that never worked for a motherfucking thing in his life saw Nipsey as his competition. And I don't know what that's about, so y'all gonna have to tell me that this nigga had like a social media or something, because him running up on Nipsey like that was served a purpose. Somebody hired him to do that. I know that y'all were saying, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. It's nothing but some street shit. It could never happen. That shit, no. Y'all are always saying that da-da-da. Shut up, bitch. Thick ass throat. Shut up. If you live out here in LA, you know that these motherfuckers move freely out here. And just as freely as these celebrities move around out here, so do these people with demonic intentions. Okay? These fucking politicians and these motherfuckers that run these Scientology temples. Yeah, they move around out here pretty freely. And they do be recruiting. All they got to do is offer one of these motherfuckers something that's starving, baby. It's a lot of people out here in LA that's starving. Motherfuckers that are born here. that just gave up on getting the fuck up out of the circumstance that they in because they done been in it that long. Yes, those people exist out here, and those people that take advantage of these easily malleable people exist out here, okay? So where is that? I know it was a rumor. Might have been and it might not have been. At the nigga, when they caught this bitch ass nigga, he had a food stamp card and it had thousands of dollars on that motherfucker. I kind of believe it. I kind of believe it. The way that LA County moved, the county building moved, baby, I believe that there was some shit put together by some upper heads, and Nipsey was martyred. See, Nipsey was about to do a whole lot for the community out here, especially that Slauson Crenshaw area. When I lived out here before, from 2013 to 2017, I saw the man putting the money in the shit and the shit growing. I saw the shit happening. I saw that area changing. It's a fucking shame that this dirty nigga decided that he was gonna take this shit away from them people. Like, it was gonna be the dopest area, y'all. He was really helping revitalize that area, and because these people that are in power don't desire to see poor people elevate, they had to find them a bitch ass nigga. They had to find them one, and they found Eric Holder. And they promised him some bullshit. You know, he didn't like Nipsey no way for whatever reason. So he go over there and get into him, and then bang, he unaliving. But we'll talk about that more in depth in the Nipsey reading. Because specifically this reading is about Lauren and Nipsey. And I want to get to their cards. We ain't going to spend no more time on Eric Holder's bitch ass. But just know that he was sent. That nigga was an agent. Is an agent. And they paid his bitch ass off in food stamps. Hungry ass nigga. Hungry, dusty foot ass nigga. Like, bitch, I'm sure if you had asked Nipsey to feed you, he would have. He definitely would have. But again, we'll talk about him again in his own reading. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Excuse me, talking about this motherfucking black lip blunt monkey, okay? We gonna talk about Armias and Lauren, okay? I almost called her London, excuse me. To answer the question of the follower who asked me to do this reading, was it for entertainment? Absolutely not. Nipsey absolutely loved her. He did his thing. All these niggas do, okay? Let me tell y'all something about these LA niggas. Excuse me. Let me give me another swig of water, because again, my throat was dry. My throat. Would y'all be mad with me if I start talking like Sexy Red? Because I be straight crying, laughing, listening to the way she talk. That's how people in St. Louis talk when they trying to be funny. Because I guarantee y'all, Janae's not dumb at all. Her saying shit, baby, be putting K's on the end of shit like folk. What if I start talking like that? Y'all gonna stop watching my videos? I can't even play like that, y'all. That bachelor's degree in me stood up and said, I know you fucking lying, bitch. Anyway, you like my blunt. Anyway, let's get back into the reading. Like I said, Nipsey did his thing. And I was telling y'all about these LA guys and got thrown off, baby. The niggas is weird. They can have extreme feelings for you, could even love you, baby. But these niggas gonna play, okay? That's just how the West Coast niggas is. Not all of them, and they don't play forever. But for their first year or so, they might still be out here getting it in. That's what Nipsey was doing when him and Lauren was just getting together. Even up to maybe about a year into their relationship, he was still fucking around. He was doing his thing. Being a Leo man, y'all know how they give. Y'all know what they give. Y'all know how they give it up. You know that they gets loose, okay? You know us Leos when we a little bit hot in the ass a little bit, okay? But when we find that one, we do change, and that's exactly what Nipsey did. For Lauren, he changed because he absolutely loved Lauren, and she even showed up in it. Who did he love? His Sagittarius. I told y'all the Explorer card is always Sagittarius energy, okay? Not always, but in my readings, when I'm pulling on energy, it's gonna be bitch, okay? Anyway, like I said, he loved Lauren. They had done some type of spiritual commitment ceremony, but he absolutely was about to marry her legally for real. Lauren was that one. Lauren was the one that he was going to build the rest of his tribe with. Yes, he had other children and they had their son, but he saw her as his evermore. He saw her as his at last. He saw her as the one, baby. He felt like he had the privilege of having a Lauren London as a girlfriend and as a spouse and as the mother of his child, or as his children. Like I said, they were getting ready to take that leap and they were getting ready to get married for real. Nipsey absolutely felt like Lauren was his soulmate. And it just makes me sad for them because they had found their person. Like, even though shit was still going on, he did his thing, but they had found each other. And I'm always happy when people find the person that they are supposed to be with. And that's exactly what they did, honey. Excuse me. Blunt smoke got me choking a little bit. Y'all know LA has the best weed. Don't argue with me. Anyway. Watch Oakland show up clowning, baby. Go back and fucking shoot niggas on the motherfucking train. I don't even know y'all damn train system name. I forgot. I can't. That's what I get for trying to shit at y'all, and I can't even name the shit. My bad. I don't want no smoke, Oakland. I fuck with y'all. Y'all act like St. Louis niggas too. Anyway, Lauren felt like Nipsey was her one. He was that one that he made her know that she was that one, okay? Even in the fact that she knew that he was doing his thing. Know that bitches throwing pussy at him because he Nipsey motherfucking Hussle and because of his hair. Because, baby, these bitches out here in LA are so shallow and so color struck and so motherfucking texturous, if that's a fucking word. It is ridiculous. Yo, y'all should have seen the way y'all should see the way they eat my little grandson up because of this motherfucking hair. He's half Native American. And his hair is that loose 3B type shit. Baby, you should see the way these colorist ass bitches be eating his mama up. Oh, he's so cute. And no doubt, my grandson is cute. But he got that hair like Nipsey. And that's what these hoes love, okay? So like I said, even though Lauren knew that he was doing his thing, she knew that he was her one and she was his. You got to be on a different level in a relationship to be understanding to that point, if you will. I'm not saying that's for everybody, and nor am I advising everybody to try it, but this is what worked in their relationship. My bad, y'all. Fucking storage ran out. I had to clear my damn device out so I can finish. But anyway, like I said, she knew that Nipsey was her one. In the leadership position, this is Leo energy. She felt like he was a leader. She saw him as the head of the household. She saw him as her husband. She saw him as the leader of the tribe. Whereas that, I'm not saying that she was not famous on her own. She didn't, like, I'm not saying that she didn't accomplish things on her own, because she did. But she felt like she was just regular before him. Something about Nipsey brought out a difference in her. He brought out like that extra glow, gave her that extra oomph, if you will, y'all. That extra je ne sais quoi, if you will. She already knew, like, she was confident in herself, but it's like he grew her as a woman. He made her pop out more. He made her explore who she was as a woman and find out who she was as a woman. He helped that girl grew up. Shit. I don't know if y'all have ever met a dude like that, but sometimes you meet a dude that bring out that woman in you. And even if y'all relationship didn't work out, think about the things that happened in that relationship with that man that made you grow up. These are the things that happened in their relationship. And even when Lauren would be trying to get on some crazy shit, and she said this, and I'm not saying quote me on it because it's like me paraphrasing, even when she would try to get on some crazy shit, like try to argue with him for nothing or try to get on some raw shit. First of all, Sagittarius, y'all want no motherfucking Leo to flare up with y'all. Stop playing. Stop playing. That's basically what Nipsey was like, girl, stop playing. But even when she would try to flare up, he wouldn't do it. He would, be like, all right, man, whatever. Or he would find a solution to it so quick, she would just, like, stand down. Like, he was, like, not non-confrontational, but he didn't want to be on that type of time with her, and she adored that. He, made her feel beautiful. Not that niggas wasn't telling her she was pretty, because she probably already heard that shit, but it was a different way. He was not only telling her that he thought that she was beautiful, he made her feel beautiful. This was some shit that she wasn't getting. I know y'all was like, dang, she messed with Lil Wayne. Well, Lil Wayne wasn't giving her what Armius was giving her. He fed her soul, okay? Not that Wayne didn't, shout out to him, but it's a different level here, okay? She felt like he was the motherfucking star, even though, like I said, she was who she was prior to meeting him, but she felt like Nipsey was the star because she kind of looked up to him. It's crazy, like, in a past life, he was almost like her big brother, okay? There's a soul connection there that I know y'all was waiting on me to say, oh, in a past life, they were together. They were together, all right, but as brother and sister. Remember, I had pulled that kindred card, meaning that it's deeper than a surface love, if you will, with the two of them. They have been together in several lifetimes, look like it. In a past lifetime, they were kindred. Like I said, she looked up to him as her big brother. Nipsey has always been male in each lifetime, but in the past lifetime together, he and Lauren were big brother and little brother. And then in a prior lifetime, I know I just said that Nipsey was always Nipsey and was always male, but in one lifetime, they were sisters. So they've always had some type of kindred connection. They've always been kindred souls between each lifetime that they share. And they'll probably find their way back to each other again in the next lifetime. Because Lauren sure in the hell is wishing to see him again. And when you have a love that deep and that great and that life-changing, I don't blame you. If your man is still living or your girl is still living, and you feel that way about that person, baby, turn to your neighbor and say, yeah, Glow. Y'all thought I was going to say something else. No, but for real, turn over and hug that person. Because life is really too short, and their relationship showed me that. When you find that person that's in that's your person, you better love on that motherfucker. Because it could be a bitch-ass nigga or a bitch-ass bitch sitting around waiting to take that motherfucker from you. In whatever capacity you carry that, okay? Anyway, Nipsey encouraged Lauren to be herself. Something about her spirit is saying she never thought she could really dance that well, or she thinks that she's uncoordinated. But she freely would dance in front of Nipsey. Like, she would really, really be herself. Like, have y'all ever heard, damn, what is that Korean Bailey Ray song where she like, girl, put your records on? It's like she giving that energy. Like, he allowed her to bask in being herself. And she discovered herself with him. Discovered who she really is. Discovered what she likes as a woman. Discovered what she likes as a mother. Discovered what she likes as a friend. The discovery was like beautiful within the two of them. Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, I'm sitting here doing a reading and it's dark in my room, right? Why it look like it's a lion's head appearing in the corner? Like, yo, I could be, I could be full of myself and say that's me. That's my inner self coming out because I am Leo twice, honey. But it's not. I'm sure that's our good brother's energy coming up because I'm trying to be very respectful. And I'm trying to keep it light because I don't want y'all to be crying. Because the fact that their love story was stolen from them is fucked up. But because Nipsey is at peace with it, we have got to learn to be at peace with it. And we got to check on our good sis Lauren, and we're going to get into that. But anyway, she felt like Nipsey was smart. She could learn a whole lot from him. He also opened her mind up spiritually, so he showed her that there was something else out there besides Jesus. And I encourage you, ladies, if that man is right and he show you that he explores your mind spiritually or helps you open your mind spiritually, baby, spend some time with that man and absorb some things, because that's exactly what Lauren did. She used to sit back and like to watch this man and observe him in his day-to-day interactions. Watch him interact with his children. Watch him interact with his mama, with his family, even with his friends. She watched all of that and she learned something from him each time. And I will say this, Leo men, when they are in their right mind and when they are not toxic, they absolutely will teach you some shit, honey. And it don't matter. Like, it can be the most trivial thing, but you better believe that man got a lesson going. And that's exactly what Nipsey was giving her. In ways, he's relaying to her that their relationship and what happened taught her something. Almost like he's telling her that their relationship was practice for the real thing. And I know that's hard for y'all to hear, but there is an absolute message in this for her. And I'm just gonna get to that. Anyway, she didn't give a shit what people thought of him. She felt like Nipsey brought out the best in her and brought that balance that she needs, or she needed. So, of course, she's at a space of still mourning this man. She's still hurting. She feels like, hell, her son needs his father. She needs him. Like, she loves him. Like, his presence is still missing. What, he's been dead like 5-6 years, right? His presence is still very much so missing in Lauren's life right now. So for you niggas that think that, even if she hollering at a nigga now, it ain't gonna never get to the level where her and Nipsey was, because she's just not ready right now. Her heart is still very much broken. She being a homebody. She like, I ain't even fucking with it. Like I said, if she is fucking with a nigga, it will never get to the level of her and Nipsey. If she ever even fuck with somebody seriously like that ever again. She feels like her king's throne has been abandoned. Not abandoned. Her king's throne is empty. Damn, Lauren. She doesn't have the courage to love again. And because Nipsey was her person, y'all gonna understand that it's gonna be very, very hard for her to do that. She reaches out to him a lot. Like I said, he comes to visit. He visits a lot up and through LA, but specifically when she pulls him spiritually, however she's pulling him through a Ouija or however she's pulling him, he comes on. But she's kind of rejecting the message that he's sending her. He's asking her to live in the present. Lauren, excuse me, y'all, may not be living in the present. She may be looping that day, you know what I'm saying? Like, replaying what could have been done differently. And it's getting to an unhealthy state. And Nipsey is telling her it's maybe time to release him. Not move on. Because nobody's pushing her or forcing her to move on. She moves on when she gets ready to. But he's telling her it may be time to release him. Because she's not really taking care of herself. I'm not saying she's over there doing crazy shit to herself, drinking or none of that. But he's saying that without him being there, she's become a shell of herself. She has become demure. And she maybe isn't paying as much attention to herself. Not necessarily to her beauty, but maybe she's not feeding her soul the way that he taught her to. Maybe she's not loving herself the way that her falling in love with him taught her to, or that he brought out in her while they were in the relationship, or prior to him being murdered. Because we're not going to gloss over that. Even though it sounds beautiful, yes, Nip is at peace, all of that, but he was stolen from the people who needed him the most. This is why Lauren has fallen into herself. Although, yes, she still makes her appearances, does her thing, she still is very much so mourning him. And I imagine it's hard to get over a man like Nipsey. Or someone like Nipsey, let me put it like that. Not specifically him, but someone with these characteristics. Someone that is this much energy. Somebody that brings this much positivity to your life. And I had him fucking murdered and taken from you. Of course, she's still mourning. But in her mourning, she's fallen into herself, and he's concerned about that. And sometimes she questions herself on whether or not she's seeing him, smelling him, hearing his voice, all of that. Sometimes she questions if she's even seeing his eyes, in his son's eyes when she sees him, or in some of his movements. He wants her to always remember the things that they had, and remember that when she wants to see him, she can always see him in his son's eyes. That's where he's going to be the most. Oh, y'all, pray for Lauren. Poor baby. Poor baby. She's hurting. She's hurting, and I just hope that she goes back into whatever it is that she and him were participating in spiritually, so that she can move on, so that she can go date another man, but so that she can take care of herself and heal, and so that she'll be okay. Because she's innocent in this. I know y'all wanted to hear some bullshit, but ain't no bullshit to hear, okay? These people are soulmates. These two people were meant to be together, and it's important that we understand that they were important to each other. Ain't gonna be no bullshit heard over here about that relationship, honey, because those two people loved each other. And it's a fucking shame that motherfucker stole him out of that girl's life. They would have been together. They would have grown. They would have made like a fucking tribe together. Lauren London would have had like 6 children by this man, and by now, Nipsey would have had a little piece of gray in his beard and shit. He'd have been really looking like a Roomala walking around this motherfucker. These two were very much meant to be together. And the beautiful thing is, Nipsey felt like he had the privilege of having her in his life as well. Had he not died, they would have made it. And it's a shame that the shit was taken from us, because in the land of, or in the world of, 2024, where everything is just ridiculous and expose this and expose that, the only thing that would have came from Nipsey and Lauren would have been them exposing that they are having their 6, or well, not by now, 5 years and 6 kids. That mean they've been fucking every year. No, this probably would have been their 3rd child. They'd have been announcing their 3rd child. Lauren would have had their last baby when she was like 40 years old. And they would have still been going strong. Oh, y'all. Anyway, we'll do another part on Nipsey and Nipsey. Why do I keep calling this girl London? I'm so sorry. We'll do another reading on Nipsey and Lauren. And we'll go deeper into the motherfuckers that sent Eric Holder to murder Nipsey. I, for one, absolutely always feel like when there's a person that has such prowess that comes from the bottom, if you will, and they become very knowledgeable spiritually, and they become important like Nipsey did. I think that he had a mission on this planet, and Eric Holder was just the agent that was sent to block the mission. But we'll get into that in another reading. I hope that you all have stuck around for the whole reading, and if you didn't, fuck you. If you did, go ahead and motherfucking turn that bell on, because when I get ready to do part 2, you're going to really want to hear it. If you didn't, or if you have not, throughout this whole video, even though I've been begging your monkey ass to do it, mash that fucking bell on the way out so that you can get these notifications. Alright, y'all.